The older uncle walks into the room and says angrily, "Big nephew, big niece-in-law, you're all here?" The nephew says surprised, "Oh, uncle, how come you're here at this time?" The older uncle says worried, "Big nephew, the thing is, your aunt's old illness has gotten worse again. She's currently admitted to the hospital and needs surgery. We're still short $10,000 for the operation expenses. Can you lend me $10,000 first?" The older nephew says calmly, "All right, uncle, just wait a minute." The husband says seriously to his wife, "Go bring uncle $10,000. The wife says softly, "Okay, honey." The daughter-in-law says politely, "Here, uncle, this is $10,000. Please keep it for now." The older uncle says happily, "Thank you so much." Then the daughter-in-law says seriously, "Uncle, even though we're family, we should still write a loan receipt." The older uncle says calmly, "Of course, that's only fair." She writes the receipt, hands it over, and says politely, "Here you go, uncle. Please take a look. If everything looks fine, sign right here." The older uncle says gratefully, "All right, I won't count the money. I'll just sign the receipt. Thank you very much." The older nephew says politely, "Okay, uncle, drive safely." Then the wife says excitedly, "Husband, look quickly. I intentionally made a tiny change in the numbers." The husband says nervously, "Hurry up and fix it. Fix it. $40,000? A few days later, the cousin says calmly, "Did my father borrow $10,000 from you a while ago? I came to return it today." She takes money out of her purse and says politely, "Here, $10,000. The young man says coldly, "Your father borrowed $40,000 from me." The older uncle says nervously, This must be some kind of mistake. Didn't you write it down wrong?" The nephew says mockingly, "Uncle, are you really getting that forgetful?" Handing the receipt to the cousin, the young man says coldly, "Uncle is old now, and his memory is weak, but this receipt can't be denied." The older uncle says helplessly, "Nephew, when I borrowed money from you, I only took $10,000. The nephew says rudely, "Uncle, don't think you can say whatever you want just because you're older." The older uncle says desperately, "I swear on my life, I only borrowed $10,000. Waving the receipt, the daughter says anxiously to her father, "Dad, what exactly is going on? They have a written receipt." The nephew says arrogantly, "Do you have any audio or video proof? Everything is clearly written in black and white on this receipt." The cousin says emotionally, "You helped my father with a loan for his medical treatment back then, and I truly appreciate that. We don't have any recording or video proof, but I believe the truth always comes out in the end." The older nephew says angrily, "I don't want to hear this nonsense. I'm telling you, pay my money back right now." The older uncle says firmly, "Big nephew, that extra $30,000, I will not pay it back." The older nephew says arrogantly, "Fine. If even one person can prove those $30,000 don't belong to me, I'll give you $300,000. The cousin says firmly, "We are not paying back those $30,000. The girl says seriously, "Dad, let's leave." Then the father and daughter leave together. What would you do in this situation?